I think um, I go back to this idea of proximity to whiteness. He has, because most of the people who I find that I have to deal with, and I would say deal with, people that I have to associate with or work through with reference to their defense of white supremacy is the benefit they get from having proximity. Like all these people who said the never Trumpers,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Matter of fact, most of the people in his cabinet right now, his vice president included, was a never Trump. I would never be Trump.
I don't know if it's most of them, but I know it's of quite a few.
Uh,
I can
yeah,
point out two. I don't know anybody else. I can point out two: Rubio and Vance. That's the only two I know.
but there's been a number of them, and I can go through and pull the videos. But
Yeah, I mean,
right.
I
But
said
let's
only.
just
I
take
only know.
let's just take those two. I've seen a lot of those two. Their proximity to whiteness, in a proximity to power in their case, has been. I mean, that's kind of what's given to them. I mean, Trump
But you have.
cares very little for um, Elon Musk. But what he says is Elon Musk knows those machines. Elon Musk doesn't care much those voting machines. Elon Musk didn't care much for Trump, but he understood that he needed control of the regulations because he found that some of his stuff, some of the things that he did were under investigation, and he knew he was guilty of violating those principles. And so he was able to get in and dismantle all of those organizations, institutions that were assigned to address his issues. And so it's the proximity that drives the commitment and ultimately the behavior, which is what we're seeing with uh, with whiteness. I think that proximity to whiteness, while whiteness has power, is what I think driving a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it's also like, for instance, Marco Rubio is Cuban,
Hmm.
but and I find that Cubans have identified with being white.
Right. Just like
And so even though, I mean, and they have systematically sought to oppress people of color. And because they
well,
could not continue to,
Mhm.
because Fidel Castro came into power, they could not systematically continue to oppress people of color. So they came to the United States where they could.
And I would say if you look at when the Irish came, had they not given Irish whiteness, then it would have just they allowed them to be in the club because they were too disruptive to the system, and supremacy, I think, would be very challenged. Same things with Italians. If they had not expanded whiteness to include to gain a bigger group, they would have been in the same trouble that they were in with the Civil War.
Okay.